Hello and welcome back. Today we've got another £500 worth of £2 coins to have a hunt through, looking for commemoratives, ones with more than face value, but ideally we want one of the two that we're still missing. Yeah, it's still two, isn't it? I'm getting myself in a pickle now. We need England Commonwealth Games, one of the 4 Commonwealth Games £2 coins. We've got Northern Ireland, we've got, what's that, Wales, Scotland, just England to go. We've ticked off Northern Ireland, the scarcest of the 4, scarcest of all the circulating £2 coins in fact, so seeing as we've ticked that one off, we have to get the England Commonwealth Games at some point. The other one we need to get is Mary Rose. Again, a scarce coin, so not surprising we're stuck on it, but surprising it's been so long. But we have got everything else up to and including the Great Fire of London. It seems like we've been stuck on these last 2 for quite some time, but that's the way it goes when you get down to just 2 left to go. It's always going to be the hardest ones to find. So let's get into this bag, see what we find. Okay then, first bag. Let's have a look. That is technologies. We don't particularly want technologies. There are some lower minted years, just not scarce enough that I think they're worthwhile keeping. Our first commemorative is the Act of Union. A fairly common coin, you'll see that quite often, but we haven't had that. Well, we haven't done it today. It's our first one. We like getting a variety of finds. Speaking of which, our second find is the abolition of the slave trade. Now, worth paying attention to this one because you can see it's got a textured finish on the inner part of the coin. There's a variant that has a smooth finish with the initials DG, David Gentleman, I think is the artist's name, to the bottom right of the 7, so worth keeping an eye out for that because that's an NIFC, a coin not intended, excuse me, for circulation. Right, so if I get into this bag, there we go. But no, as I keep saying, we will eventually fill this book. Oh, there we go. Army Centenary, World War One. Oh, look at that. Just zoom in. So we've got a bit of extra cut metal on the top there. I mean, these sort of cut things are quite common to find on some coins. I've never seen it on this one before like that, though. Look at the scratch. Yeah, it looks like a bit of tin foil. It's really bizarre. I'm not sure. I don't think that would add any sort of value, but that's probably one I'm going to keep for my little oddities box. I've got a little box. I'm going to pop them down there for now, so I don't get mixed up with any more of that coin that we find. So my little oddities box contains anomalies. That was the phrase we liked. Anomalies. So it's got my fake coins that I found. That's fine. My fake coins, it's got these slight anomalies, my rotation errors, so like this. That's the way queens should be facing if you hold it with the date at the bottom, £2 at the top. Again, check for rotations for the rest of them at the end of the video. Some interests, yeah, so the things that are slightly wrong on coins, they're not valuable errors, but funny little anomalies or interesting things like if a coin has just got a bit of weird coloration, toning, bleaching, whatever it is. Again, post-mint damage that just looks quite neat. I keep in my little oddities box. Steam locomotive, Trevithick there. Again, fairly common. Not the most common out of the common coins, but still just a face value one. But I've had a few of my Royal Mint purchases turning up. I'm still waiting for my FA Cup £2 coin, which appears to not want to make an appearance. We've got Lord Kitchener there. Now Lord Kitchener again, one to look for. It should say £2 on the obverse if you flip it around just there, which this one does. If it doesn't say that, that's a mule error, whereby the obverse, or the head size, doesn't match the reverse or tail side. And we've got Brunel's portrait there. We've got counters tracking some of the common coins, some of the uncommon coins, just out of interest to see how many we find over the course of filling the book. And Brunel's, we've got the double counter for that too, so we'll pop that one just there. But otherwise, nothing else in that book. In that bag, even, not for the book. So yeah, FA Cup. Not made an appearance yet. It might be because I ordered at the same time I ordered the Tooth Fairy 50p, the 2022 with the little star on the reverse of the design. Florence Nightingale there, another one we've got counters for. My favourite circulating £2 coin, because obviously Frankenstein's my favourite £2 coin, but it didn't go into circulation. So yeah, still got to wait for my FA Cup £2 coin to turn up. I'm surprised how long that's taking, but if it's linked to the what's it called, Tooth Fairy to 50p. I know it was very popular all of a sudden, lots of demand for it, because it's an interesting sort of variant on the shield. That could be why it's taking extra time to get to me, but I'd be surprised if they're not like just splitting it up, because the FA Cup's there. Why not just send them and then send the Tooth Fairy 50p at a later date? I don't know. But anyway, what did turn up was my Dame Vera Lynn £2 coins, my Bunk and Silver Proof. No secret that it's not my favourite coin design. Charles Dickens there, another fairly common one you see very often. Pop him down there. The coin has grown on me the more I look at it. The right angle, as long as you get it in the right angle, it looks like quite the nice coin. But yeah, teeth on coins just doesn't work, does it? Very bizarre. Whoops, crash bang wallet. What was that? That's just technologies. That's fine. But no, we seem to be in a bit of a lull in terms of releases at the time of recording. There was 3 or 4 weeks of new stuff all coming out at once, which is a little bit demanding on the wallet, but hopefully they will slow down for a little bit longer. But it always seems to be the way. It always seems to be feast or famine, weeks and weeks and weeks of releases, followed by weeks and weeks and weeks of nothing. If only they could, the Royal Mint could help us all with our budgeting out and spread releases a bit more evenly across the months. That would be fantastic. Another Army Centenary, no little globulates, is that a word? Globulates? No blotches of cud on the top of his hat on that one. Oops. But no, oh there we go, we got the St Paul's Cathedral. This is the VE Day anniversary, or magnanimity. We've got nothing over face value yet, that's not good going, is it? Maybe though, just maybe, we're saving our luck up for something very good to come later in the book. In the book. I keep saying the book. In the bag. Pay attention, Christopher. Not in that bag though. That's the case of the diddlies. Let's do an edge hunt. So we'll check the edge inscription for £2 coins. So the edge inscription, standing on the shoulders of giants, is an Isaac Newton quote that is on the Technologies design. So anything that's not standing on the shoulders of giants. So here we go. Something will turn up. That'll be Charles Dickens. There we go. We've had him already. We'll pop him down there. Anything more? Anything more? Anything more? No. We'll just flick through them just to be doubly sure that I haven't been total bonehead and missed any, but no, mercifully not. We've got plenty of bags to go through though, and hopefully I'm going to get something very, very cool. Another Army Centenary there. Pop them down with the other one we found. No cud error on that. Cud. I don't want to call it an error. No cud on that coin. It was obviously. So the Navy Centenary is a coin where the cud does actually add quite a bit of value. But there's things like the Paddington, the Magna Carta, Trinity House. Lots of them with little cud blotches of extra metal on it that doesn't particularly add value. I guess unless you specifically go out your way to find them and add them to your collection. VE Day anniversary for the second time today. No, nothing there. But the only thing the one thing I'm waiting for is my Britannias to come, and I'll talk about them once they've arrived. I'm not so much doing the product or the coin openings now, because you should head over to the Britannia Coin Company, because every time we get new coins in or a new coin comes out, we do a video on it there. So it seems a bit silly for me to talk about those new coins over on the Britannia Coin Company's channel and then talking about them again here. So coin reviews, head on over to the Britannia Coin Company's channel. And it's growing massively quickly over there. We've got regular giveaways running. At the time of recording, we have one that's going to be going live very soon. By the time this video goes up, it probably is already live, because again, As you all know, I record a fair bit in advance just to make sure that if there is any issue getting my hands on coins, I've got some footage in the bank I can rely on. Oh, there we go. Our first one over face value, Britannia. So Britannia became the new definitive, replacing technologies in 2015. There weren't many made in 2015, so it's a scarce year and definitely worth keeping. 2016, the next year, there was some more made for circulation, more than in 2015, but still a desirable coin. The only other year that we know, or allegedly, is going to circulate is 2021. Not that I can see anyone has found any. Let's check the year on this one. 2016, so the more common of the two that we know mintage figures for. However, if the 2021s arrive into circulation, they could be more common, they could be scarce, who knows. Right, penultimate bag, we're doing edge hunt. Apologies for the cut heads to sneezing, I'm sure you don't want to watch me sneezing. I think this will just standing on the shoulders of the giants. Yeah, nothing in there. We'll just whiz through it, just to be, as I said, doubly sure we're not missing anything. Nothing. Well then, we find ourselves on the last bag of today's hunt. A little bit lacking in terms of our over face value funds, but we've got a good variety of the common coins, so there we go, nothing new for the book. For those of you that watch this from the video though, you might be interested to know I have a Discord server. You can click the link in the description to come and join that if you're over 13, which is Discord's rules, not mine. Wireless transmission, Marconi, we haven't had that one today. If you're not on Discord though, you can catch me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and there's the PO box you could write into should you wish. Another army centenary there. And last two are technologies. So I'm going to check the coins off to the side for any rotation errors. Check these for rotations and edge inscription errors too. Well, unfortunately, no rotations, no edge inscription errors, everything as it should be. In terms of start finds, we've got two to pick from now. Britannia is not a bad find. The card one is a little bit interesting, not one I've seen before, but there you go, one for my Oddities box. Well, I hope you've had more luck than I have. If you have watched this from the video, no, we've done that bit, haven't we? Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.